live.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your hometown news tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen, and at Appalachian Wireless, we love Christmas because we give the gift of savings and connection. Are you not sure what to give? Well, give them something that helps them stay connected and capture those moments that matter the most. Family is where you're valued and appreciated. And this Christmas at Appalachian Wireless, we value you. So come home, check the halls, and get connected with Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today in one of our many retail locations or find out more about the Tech the Halls promotion at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited. Welcome to Hometown 24, and we've got a girls basketball action coming over at Leslie County High School with the Bank of Hyman presenting this game on Saturday. Thank you for tuning in. And we have the Wendell Wilson Classic today, and it will be, of course, Leslie County Lady Eagles hosting the Estill County Lady Engineers. And I'm Manus Black, and I'm joined by Jim McCauley, David Adams, and Brian Johnson on assignment for today. And Jim?
Well, I'm sorry. Manus, first of all, I think just a couple of seconds as we look down here at Coach Wendell Wilson Court, if you could just kind of, I grew up in the heyday of girls basketball at Fleming Neon, and it was always so fun to watch Wendell Wilson bring those Leslie County teams over here. But I know you and I were going over, and you talked about a few stats to share. Before we get into this game, if you don't care, talk a little bit about that.
With Wendell, of course, he was here for 31 years as a principal, a coach, won 564 wins, 12 district championships, 3 regional championships, and he had a Miss Basketball in 1999 with Miss Jody Sizemore. And those people, like we were talking about off the air, those people that instituted basketball in the 70s for all these high schools are just special people to those girls that they coached and the communities in which they coached at. And, of course, Wendell was an outstanding educator as well. So, and most really good teachers are really good coaches and vice versa.
Yeah, we've talked about that several times, Manus. Now, a little bit about the game tonight. Leslie County, a team that's been on the uptick. For the last year and a half, starting to move back up to where they were a few years ago, and with an addition through the transfer of Miss Couch, looking to make some noise in the 14th region this year.
And, when you talk about Taylor Couch, last year she played at Prairie County Central, became someone who typically was stand in the corner and let someone break the defense down, kick it out, make it. Now, last year, she had the handle of the basketball, which made her a more versatile basketball player. And with Taylor matching up with Ava Napier now, who was the leading scorer coming back. Of course, Ava, 16.3, is going to pick up her 1,000th point ball here before the game gets started and everything. But a very good backcourt for Leslie County. And then who do you get from that Leslie County core on the front line that can score or do the things necessary to help that backcourt out?
Well, in girls basketball, specifically here in the mountains, good guards kind of flow with being successful. And we see, Hazard got some great guards there at Hazard. Leslie's backcourt, we got to watch Perry Central the other day. Now, this Estill County team, only a year removed away from a regional championship, and a lot of these girls played on that team.
Well, you've got Kadara Skinner, and it seems like she's been playing forever, but I always say that if there's a rebound or a loose ball, she'll get to it. And I think I called her last year Dennis Rodman-like. And then you've got the person who manipulates every bit of it and starts with pressure on the basketball, and that's Callie Snowden, who once again is a 3-year and maybe be a 4-year starter for Coach May Haynes. And, then you've got, and I fail to be remiss, you've got one of the Hale girls. Seems like if you ain't got a Hale girl on Estill County, and that's Ava Hale. And those three people have a lot of experience.
Yes.
And you get behind Estill County.
The air comes out of the ball.
And, they run it to perfection. And some people say, well, that's why we need a shot clock. But, you do other things as a coach to push that up, and that's what they do really, really well, Jim.
Yeah, we had a chance to watch them a couple of times last year, and, I was impressed by the Estill County team, and, I really kind of forgot about and, it's just and not anything against Estill County, but that's a long way from where we usually get to cover games. But then you start seeing these names again when you see Snowden, Skinner, Cole, and Hale.
Yeah.
Those girls have a lot of experience, and I look for this to be a heck of a ball game tonight.
Which, they lost J.C. Long. You know, 1,500 points. You just can't replace that. You just got to do it like we've said numerous times. Other people have to pick it up a notch and everything else. But they lost in the first round to Letcher Central last year, and the first round of the region. Leslie County did not get in the region, and I know Coach Farmer is looking to push that get to that next level, and you can't win everything until you get into it in the regional tournament.
Well, and man, as we know that district over here with Leslie, Perry, and Hazard, probably the toughest place to get into the regional tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Every other district, you've usually got odds-on favorites at 1 and 2, but, those three teams, when the same thing, and then when Buckhorn's good,
and Buckhorn's getting better.
Yep. So, it's a difficult district to advance to the region. So Coach Farmer definitely have her sights set on it this year.
And, Estill County probably the favorite, more than likely the favorite down in the 56th district. And, Coach Mahans, since he's come in, has done an outstanding job for the Lady Engineers.
Well, they're very disciplined, and that's one thing you watch from warm-ups through. He's got a system, and his system, the kids buy into it, and they're very structured.
And I think we're going to have before the national anthem, I think we're going to have a special presentation. And that was the Tim Short keys to the game, by the way. I failed to mention Mr. Tim Short. Been in Nashville. Thought I might have run into Tyra and Tim down there, but I did not see it.
Leslie County Lady Eagles.
And well, they're going to do the national anthem, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, special presentation in the Hometown 24 game. Stay with us.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24. a century, Bank of Hindman has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hindman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hindman, where tradition and trust still matter.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Just sat there, and he said, "No, you're getting me up." Welcome back to Hometown 24, and we were going over Ava Napier with her being presented with her 1,000-point ball right there, and Ava, sweetest little thing in the world, but when she gets on the basketball floor, I don't see a whole lot of sweetness.
No, she's a tiger out there.
And if you watch this later, Ava, I mean well. But and David misses you too. She always comes and interviews with us. But here we go with the starting lineups. And first it will be Estill County, number 4. And that is sophomore guard Kenley Brown. Number 11, senior guard Callie Snowden. Number 24, senior forward Ava Hale. Number 15, senior forward Kadara Skinner. And number 23, senior center Maddie Cole. And third year for Coach Mayhanes at Estill County. And now will be Leslie County, coached by Miss Olivia Farmer. She is also in her third year at Leslie County High School. Number 15, senior forward Natalie Banks. Number 11, senior forward Lexi Wilson. Number 3, senior guard Peyton Turner. Number 2, senior guard Taylor Couch. And number 14, senior guard Ava Napier.
Wow, 5 seniors. You know, you've got 9 out of 10 seniors playing tonight, and obviously the most experienced 2 teams in the 14th region.
I believe it may be. Tonight's officials will be Travis Purry, Coach Gary Hammonds, and Christy Combs. And who better to be the main cog in the wheel than Christy Combs, who played basketball on the highest of levels in girls high school basketball.
Christy's not only is she a fine official, was a great player, she's an even better person.
And the athletic director at Buckhorn would like to say, I say Coach Mark Collett, but now it is principal, head principal Mark Collett. So
Mark's a class act.
And we're ready to go. Turner gives it up to Ava Napier. Estill County looks like they're in a 1-3. No, they're in some kind of different defense.
Kind of a matchup.
I think it is probably a triangle and 2 chasing Napier and Couch.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Got to run someone through usually on that to see what it is, and I believe that's what it is.
Yep, you're right.
There. Wilson goes in, bumped. Rebound's going to go out of bounds, and it will stay with Leslie County. Thank you for joining us here on the Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, good effort for Natalie Banks right there to keep that ball alive.
And Natalie is kind of like Skinner. They get after it. Shot up by Turner, missed. And it's going to come back, and Skinner comes up with a Hale looking down the side, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Napier.
You know, looking from this Leslie County team from this year to last year, it's obvious these girls have worked really hard. Speed has definitely improved.
Snowden with a basketball, and she'll backtrack. Being hounded by Napier, turns left hand, and it's going to be knocked away and out of bounds. It will stay with Estill County.
That's a great matchup right there. We had Snowden, a really solid ball player on her right. Yeah, a good matchup.
Ball comes into Hale, back out to Snowden. Call a little bit in they go to a box set. Snowden goes through, and she's going to be fouled by Wilson, sending her to the line. Snowden last year a 61% free throw shooter.
You know, she can step outside and make the three. Works pretty well off the dribble as well.
And she is just so competitive. Makes the first. Makes it a lot easier as a head ball coach when you've got a point guard that's been there for 3 or 4 years. And she'll make the second as well. Sideline break by Leslie County. Open
great
shot
pass
by Turner, and it will go in.
Yeah, great pass right there. Nice break. Ball doesn't hit the floor pretty much.
Caught Estill County napping on the transition. Hale with the basketball spins off of Banks, but there's Napier to come in between. Ball's knocked away. Wilson splits. Oh, my goodness, and it's going to be a block call on Skinner. And
I know that's hard to believe that she was in the mix cleaning up the paint.
Ooh. And that, on top of trying to take it, she gets the foul and the heavy contact as Wilson will go to shoot two. Rattles and comes out. Skinner is going to go out, and number 3 for Estill County, junior guard Jenna Jackson will come in for her. Let's see if Leslie County will come up with some pressure here on the made free throw, and it's going to be long. Rebound comes down to Jackson. It's lost, and Wilson's going to go in. It's blocked. Fight for the ball. And it's going to be a tie, and the arrow will go to Estill County. Pretty physical so far.
Yeah. And, last year when we had Estill County, they're a very, very physical team. But, you look out here, Leslie is really long and athletic, Manus.
In the 1-2-2, the ball goes to Jackson. She's got an avenue, goes off the board, misses it. Napier way up to get the rebound. Got a 3 against 1. Bounce pass to Turner. Puts it in.
Napier doing such a good job running the break right there. Finds the open person. The defense draws over. And
gives it to her at the exact right moment. Turnover goes to Leslie County. Napier once again back to Turner. Goes through her legs off to save it.
Nice heads-up play right there.
I started to say the Barnum and Bailey Circus, but that's no longer a thing anymore. We'll just say it was a circus act, got her the ball back. Turner gives it to the couch. Open 3. It's long. Rebound comes to Banks. Goes up off the board, misses it. Tipped out to Napier. She'll fire the 3. It's long. Rebound will go out of bounds. Estill County basketball.
Yeah, Leslie County playing with a little more energy than Estill right now on those second chance opportunities. Really going to work because he sends 4 players to the boards on the missed shot.
And, you have to counteract that. First of all, you got to box out, and then you got to beat them back. Walling comes in for Estill County. Ball's knocked away, and it will be Leslie County basketball.
Now, David, I'm going to say I'm very impressed with the length and speed right now of this Leslie County girls team.
And, they've got it on all their girls' sports over here. And how many volleyball games, volleyball games and everything that we did over here.
Good job with the clear out.
And then she couldn't get it above, and it's going to be a tie-up. And it will stay right with Leslie County.
Boy, Wilson did a great job, using her body to screen out to open the avenue up.
Coach Mahan says the arrow hadn't been changed, but we're playing on, looks like. Snowden with the rebound. You know, they're really trying to speed Estill County up, Jim. And that's successful, but they got the basket. Brown puts it in for Estill County, 4-4, 4:46 to go here in the first quarter. Napier fakes, goes into Banks, no room there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a foul call.
Kind of bailed her out right there with the foul. And there's nowhere to go as she went up right there.
And the foul will be on Snowden. And, you know, a lot of the games we've done for Estill County, Snowden gets in early foul trouble, and they can ill afford her to do that. Going to Turner with a head fake, Couch into the lane, spread off the board, and there's going to be a foul call.
You know, and that's something, a new part of Couch's game, really, to be able to drive in like that. Like you'd said, you know, her first 2.5 years, she was primarily a spot-up shooter from outside, and that time taking off the dribble and had an overload and had a good look at the basket.
Skinner will come back in after that hard contact. May have knocked something loose, but she's tougher than pine knot. So
That's a fact.
She'll be there for a while. And Couch will roll the second one in. I was trying to see the other foul, and I did not pick up who the foul was on. Backdoor cut by Snowden. She's got it, but she is fouled on the floor. And that's going to be on Banks.
Yeah, Leslie County really speeding up what Estill usually does on offense right now.
And that's a smart move by Coach Farmer. And then Estill County, they've got to just simply, when they get it across, they got to run their offense and not take that first shot to get that game going in what I used to call a rat race. Hell off the
boy,
board.
that's a great catch. That was a difficult catch in traffic right there. She turned and put it in.
So both teams with 3 people in the scoring column, they are in a 1-3-1 now. Coach Mahan's mixing the defenses up a little bit. Napier steps through off the board and misses it. Banks way up there, but I believe she's going to get caught for,
Yeah, Banks has been very, very active in there on the interior, but that time just a little contact as she went up high to get the ball.
And she picks up her second, and Madison Farler, the freshman, will come in for her. Skinner to inbounds, and it's going to be a long throw. Crossover dribble by Snowden goes up, and it's blocked.
A little back shoulder fade right there, and, you know.
There might have been a little holding when this ball went up in the air on an eligible receiver.
Yeah.
Ball comes in, it's knocked away once again.
I really enjoy watching both these teams. You can tell their coaches came in with a plan tonight and really executing it well.
Backside screen with a roll, and Snowden is going to be knocked down. And that's going to be on Ava Napier, and that's going to be Ava's first. I like the roll back by Snowden. Jackson with it. Goes inside to Skinner in the right middle. Didn't use the backboard, missed it.
No, it was a really nice curl pass into Skinner right there.
Ava Hale's going to pick up her first foul, and that'll be team foul number 4. Should be, yep. I'm missing one.
Oh,
now they went to a 2-3 now. So changing defenses, and that, you know, with the senior groups, they got to identify Couch 3 in the corner, misses it. Got a 2-on-1. Snowden sprints through. Napier there to cause her to be off rhythm. Hale with the steal on Wilson, gives it up. Snowden puts it in. Give her 4. 8-6 as Estill County takes the lead. Running that old 1-3-1 set. And Taylor Cow says, let's reset.
But, when you have Banks in there, it's a little bit more of a scoring option in that high post.
Taylor Couch misses the 15-footer. She had to take that one wide open.
Yeah, and Estill doing a much better job now blocking out.
Snowden straight down, misses the bunny. Taylor Couch will push, gives it up to Ava Napier. Jackson's there to throw it back in to Brown. Got Snowden behind, was unable to get it to her, does get it to her. She goes in, squares her shoulder, misses it.
Yeah, Snowden having a tough time offensively right now. Had 3 really good looks at the basket.
You can see her aspiration. She said, whew.
Yep.
Snowden going to go try it again, gives it up to, deflected out of bounds. And number 13, Peyton Hochstedler, a freshman, comes in for Coach Farmer.
Hochstedler, another one of those long athletes for Leslie County.
Very good volleyball player. Snowden goes into the lane, knocked away and stolen by Napier, and she's going to push it ahead of everybody. Misses it, and Turner gets it and is fouled by Jackson. And Turner will go to the line for 2.
And Napier, she exploded on that fast break. I mean, fast.
I'd hate to see her without a basketball running. Turner 72% last year on the free throw line. Give her 5. Number 12 will come in for Estill County, and that is freshman Briley Breniger. And speaking about volleyball, she was a good volleyball player for Estill County. No call on the stepping into the lane, and we'll count it as 6.
Estill, great spacing on that pressure.
Open 3, it's off. Rebound's going to come down, giving up Breniger. Skinner misses it. Snowden into the lane, and it's going to be lost. Hochstedler, Napier looking up.
Oh,
man.
Very physical out there right now.
They got a slow whistle. And the foul's going to be on Ava Napier.
That's her second.
Yes, it is. So Coach Farmer's going to have to decide if, I think she's already made that decision. Number 1, Kinley Napier is going to come in for Leslie County. But before that, that is the 5th team foul. Brown will shoot 2. 44% last year on the line. First one comes up short. And Napier will take Ava Napier out. Kinley Napier, that is. Second one is good. Give her 3. So now and Couch pulls up with a 3, comes up short. Ava Hale comes down with a rebound, and I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, she's moved to the point position.
And that kind of changes how Leslie County will attack on the offensive end. Hale to the middle of the lane, goes up with the left hand, and it's going to go. It was a blocked shot. And we'll stay with the Lady Engineers, and we're under 1 minute here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us on Hometown 24. Tim Eldridge down in London. Mark Young tuning in. Long 3, and it rattles, doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Taylor Couch in the middle of the floor. Nobody stops the ball, but Snowden reaches across, and it's going to be a tie-up. And it will be Estill County basketball.
Yeah, we've seen, a very physical. Both teams defensively have been very physical, very handsy.
And it's going to be a timeout as they were unable to get the basketball in, and Coach Mahan's calls a timeout, and we'll see what they're going to. It is going to be a full timeout, and we'll take a timeout too on Hometown 24.
TVS Bluegrass has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Welcome back to the campus of Leslie County High School here at the Richard M. Nixon Center. Coach Wendell Wilson Court, and today is the Wendell Wilson Classic. And,
boy, now he could get on a referee.
Yeah, and he had the right voice for it. And if Coach Wilson or any of his people, we thank the world of Coach Wilson and what he's done for the Lady Eagles here in Hyden, Kentucky, and all the education and all the things that he provided to the students of Leslie County. Estill County will throw it in. Look, they're in a 1-4. Look, somebody's going to go long, somebody's going to go short, and there's the long, but it was deflected by Hochstedler. Who would have thought it with her blocking skills?
Yeah.
And it's going to be thrown away by Napier. You know, both teams kind of need to get settled.
Yeah, they're both playing really fast and
too fast.
Yes.
And the ball's going to be knocked away as Snowden was dribbling the ball up and Turner was on her.
Yeah, good crowd here tonight. Leslie County really out tonight.
For a Saturday afternoon game. A lot of stuff going on throughout the state of Kentucky, and all different sports. Balls lost. Taylor pushing it. Nobody stops it. Left hand off the board. Misses it. And it's going to be a rebound by Turner. I know there are going to be some really sore girls tomorrow.
Oh, that's some rough stuff down there in the paint, man.
Not for the meat. Cal spins back, forth, goes across. It doesn't go in, and there's going to be a foul, and that foul is going to be on number 12, and that is Brenniger is going to pick up her first. That will send Taylor Couch to the line. Already 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful stroke there at the free throw line. Great rotation, nice follow through. David Adams will be proud.
Yeah. Taylor always said when David Adams was here, she always played really good. Oh, and that's 4 for 4. Ava Napier says that too. And that's going to be a turnover once again. Speeding up the Lady Generals. Lady Engineers, Lady Generals are down in Lexington Lafayette. Spin, and it's going to be a foul call, and that's going to be, I believe that's going to be on Snowden, and that will be her second. And Couch will go back to the line. 8 free throws so far. This will be 9 and 10 for Leslie County.
Couch still perfect from the free throw line.
And you did not jinx her.
Oh, I'm going to that form. You can't jinx it.
You can't jinx being good at something. So 1.7 seconds to go. And you did. And they're not going to get anything off. And that will end the first quarter, 11-9 Leslie County. Stay with us on Hometown 24. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Welcome back to the campus of Leslie County High School, Bank of Hyman Saturday afternoon game of the week and of the weekend. After the first quarter, Leslie County up 11-9. 5 points for Taylor Couch, 4 points for Peyton Turner. Or did I add that up wrong? I think I did add that up wrong. 6 points for Peyton Turner.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
After watching that Kentucky basketball game last night, I may be just a little bit out of kilter today, so forgive me. And no, I did not boo.
Yeah, from home in the recliner, I did boo frequently, Mr. Blair. I watched it till its entirety, but it was tough.
I did too. Big hello to Ryan Farmer tuning in. Hiding in Leslie County's finest sportsman. All the Leslie County people I went to school with. Shannon Crisp, Dana and Doug Coots, Bill Woods. I'm going to leave somebody out. Tina Sizemore. If you're tuning in, I say howdy. So we're ready to go now after whatever was on the floor. I never really saw what it was.
Boy, Leslie or Estill having a hard time getting the ball in, but
and there's the release right there, Jim.
Yeah.
Old saying goes, if you get up to one hand, 1 foot, go the other way. It ties it up at 11 apiece to start it off with. Turner,
nice
open avenue,
take.
puts it in.
Wow, Turner really did a great job right there, gathering herself and knifing into the paint for the bucket.
Give Turner 8. Never really mentioned the scoring ability of Peyton Turner.
No, and really having a well of a game already. Now, this is what I expected from Estill County.
And that's the old, we used to call it back in the day, the old triangle. Reverse triangle. And what it does, it allows you to be lulling to sleep, beat them off the dribble. There's going to be the jumper, and it's going to come to Wilson. Wasn't really sure Brenniger. I think she's between a pass and a shot, and Taylor Couch shoots it, misses it. It's going to go off of Farler. Nope.
There's the right call. Yeah.
That went off of Harper Hale, who's in the game. I didn't mention her name. Harper is a 7th grader for Estill County. Bless you.
Thank you.
Leslie County slowing the pace down. Estill County's going back to man-to-man.
Yeah, their
Turner.
4th defense they've ran. And, kind of a tic-tac foul up at the top.
And that foul's going to be on Brown, and that will be Brown's first. Rex Front Apple, thanks for tuning in and watching us. Thanks to all Hometown 24 viewers for tuning in on this girls' afternoon game.
Phew.
And I thought it may have been touched. Krista Combs says not, and that's the direction we'll go. We'll go with the blue team. Pressure by Leslie County. Comes into Harper Hale. She'll give it back to Ava Hale, and they'll set the offense. Looks like Ava will run the show, and we go into the old 4 corners here. Farler been guarding Hale. Really tough to guard this right here.
Well, as you see the players cut, a great pass right there and in the bucket. So, when you get that kind of spacing, Manus, it's really difficult to cover those cutters when you're extending your defense out that wide.
You're exactly right, and Jackson had made that one off the nice pass. Hale with another good look. Gives it to Harper Hale, to Ava Hale with a 3. It goes.
Wow, Estill County really come to life here in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter.
And Coach Farmer is not happy with our girls. We'll just stay right here on the 32nd timeout. And Coach Farmer met them out there.
Well, Manus, you had talked about it earlier, and maybe we were off air, that it really was surprising to you to see Estill County playing with such speed. And then in the second quarter, they come back out to the Estill County that we know. Spread the floor, run a significant time on an offensive set, screen, cut. And they've had a couple of really good looks since then.
And one thing I know Coach Mayhans must work a great deal is individual. But individual improvement, because every single girl that he ever puts out there can handle the basketball. So that puts a lot of pressure on the 5 of Leslie County. And then Coach Farmer made an adjustment here. We'll see what that is. Farler picks her dribble up, gives it off to Turner. Estill County up 16-13 here. Nice hands that time by Jackson. Couch into the lane and no foul call, a lot of contact. And it's going to be taken away.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's put your hard hat on when you get in the paint down there tonight. But once again, Estill County really taking their time.
And it's more since Hale's taken over at the point guard spot. She's slowed everything down.
And without Napier in there, too.
And that's going to be, I don't think it was tipped.
No.
And it's going to be over and back. It'll be Leslie County basketball. A little bit more pressure being put on the ball handler. Number 15 will come back in, Banks. And I thought for a second we had 6 players. We don't. 00 comes in for the Engineers, Evelyn Riddle, and she is a 8th grader as well. Leslie County with the weave. Couch pump fakes, gets into the middle with a floater, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Turner. Goes to the floor, looking up. Behind the defense is Riddle. She will go in off the board and she will put it in.
Once again, Estill County doing a great job running the break.
4 girls in the scoring column already in this corner, and that's going to be a foul call.
And that's going to be on Hale.
Yep. It's going to be on Ava Hale, and that's going to be her second. And Cole will come up off the bench. Be interesting to see what happens if she comes out after doing the ball handling duties mostly.
I put the double jinx on Taylor.
You must have. And that's Maddie Cole coming back in, the senior center for Estill County. Yep, she had made 5 in a row, and I'm not going to say it anymore. She's been to the line several times. Number 25 for Leslie County comes into the game, and don't have a 25. I'll have to look at my. I thought I went through them, but it didn't. And goes in and puts it in that time. That was Brenniger. 5 different Estill County scorers in the third quarter. Couch goes in, and it rolls. It doesn't go. Tip out. It's going to be behind the defense once again, and Brenniger saw her.
Yeah, she looked up and she saw she was open and tried to make the quick pass, and the ball just got away from her.
Had the right idea, just didn't execute it. Taylor Couch will work it up. Got the horn set here, even against the zone. Opens it up for Couch for the step back 3. Doesn't go. Banks way up.
Tell you, Banks is an athlete, Manus.
As I recall, she is kin to Harry Gerard Collins in some manner. And if she's not, I apologize to her.
And if she is, you're apologizing too.
Bank shot comes up short.
Yeah, that's not a shot that they want to take right there. Yeah, Couch is due right here.
And you caught it.
That time she really got to set her feet, and she is a prolific three-point shooter. And
I put it on the wrong thing here. That's her first basket, and that's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we'll stay right here. 2017, Estill County. just got word that Texas Tech defeated BYU 34-7. So not sure how that I think that makes BYU probably going on out to the El Paso Bowl or somewhere.
You know, very entertaining game so far tonight, Manus. These teams really match up well against each other, and both coaches have put a good product this early in the year on the floor.
Yeah, and, you know, early in the year, and, of course, you're trying to make an identity of your team and who's in their rows and what proper rows they need to play to make your team the most efficient. My naval buddy out in Seattle getting ready to catch planes listening to us.
Yeah, he's heading across the big drink of water now.
He's heading to Doha and then on to Bangkok, Thailand. After Leslie County comes up with something different, Riddle got away with it probably. Cole goes in and she is fouled on the way up, but that was a nice look that time. And it's on Hochstadler, I believe, number 13. And Cole will go to the free throw line. First time tonight, and it comes up short.
You know, we've talked a lot about, you know, our preseason, who's going to be where and what. But I'm going to tell you right now, from the first half I've watched, these two teams right here may be vying in the regional for a regional championship as well.
You never know. And the younger girls, nice.
They pass the ball so well, man. That's Estill
really
County
good.
does.
Unselfishly gets the ball to Cole, does Hale. Ava Hale playing with those 2 fouls a night ago.
Good pass.
Banks misses it, goes up and gets her rebound, and it's going to be a foul, and I believe that's going to be on Skinner. And that's going to be her second foul. So some foul trouble now for the Estill County Lady Engineers. And Harper Hale will get off the bench and probably, and she's going to take Skinner out. 2:38, trying to keep her from getting that third foul in the first half. Jump shot, and that's going to go long by Leslie County, rebounded by Turner.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Turner, but she got away. Well, she didn't get away with it, but she slid that foot right there. But Turner, a very good-looking athlete out there.
So 2:26, Leslie County, I thought they were going back, but they're going to come up with some pressure in the backcourt. Long pass to Cole. Cole gives it up. That's and it goes.
Yeah.
Jackson behind the defense, but once again, Jim, like you said, nice passing by the whole team. Couch rolls it, doesn't go. Banks comes up with it, throws it up off the board and misses it, and it will go off of Wilson to Estill County.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, you can tell they're well coached because they've got a plan. No matter what happens out there, they know where the ball needs to go. And they've really turned around in some nice transition buckets off a team that's not really a transition-oriented team.
Right, and Leslie County keeps trapping. They're going over the top, and Riddle, it doesn't roll in, but there's Jackson, and she's fouled. And Coach Farmer is really getting after it.
Yeah, a little ball watching right there for the Leslie Eagles, and she is wholesale subbing all 5 out.
Mark Pope probably could take some cues on that.
Yeah, there's going to be some interesting motivation going on here in a couple of minutes from Coach Farmer.
Jackson misses that one, and I think everybody Gay has not been in the game. Sam Gay, number 41, number 23. Browning is in for the first time. Hochstadler, Farler, and Ava Napier. Jackson rolls it in. She's got 5. 25-17, biggest lead by Estill County so far. Farler with an open 3 rolls, doesn't go. There's Gay, misses it. Rebound's going to come down, and they're behind the defense. Hale to Hale. Gives it up, knocked away. Good hustle that time. Browning got her hands on it. Good look. Oh, deflected right back to Cole, and they'll set their offense. And you can see really quickly he gets their attention. Hale to the high post, split the post to Harper Hale, and they're going to call
it. Took an extra step right there. But, boy, this Leicester County young bunch, they came in and they had an idea. They weren't going to low for him, were they, Manus?
And, you know, will you give Coach Farmer credit for just saying, I'm not going to deal with that. I'll get 5 more in, and she did. Napier goes in the game, knocked away by Cole. I hope these young ladies are in good shape. Because we're playing 84 feet of basketball and sprinting most of the time back and forth. Kick goes
Great
into
pin down right there.
Hochsteller gets it. It's blocked from behind by Hale. She can ill afford to pick up that 3rd foul, but someone picked up a foul just now.
I believe that was on number 00. Riddle, yeah.
So that's going to send... We're not sure who is the shooter. Gay steps up to the line and says, I'll shoot him. She'll shoot 2. I have to use those volleyball analogies. Sam came in, was an outstanding, as the season went on, middle blocker for Leslie County. Air ball on the free throw, and it will go to Estill County.
Yeah, Estill going to back off that pressure now.
Coach Alex Washburn with an outstanding job this year with the Lady Eagles. Hale goes through there, and they're going to call a walk.
You know, I thought Estill County, you know, usually, traditionally, they'll pull it out and run a minute of offense to get that last shot, but Hale went straight to the basket and got caught for steps.
Thank you, Rodney Coots. Number 25 is Reese Cottle, a 7th grader. I guess that's why I didn't have her on my list.
Napier picked up her 3rd right there, and that's a tough break for Napier.
And I was looking down. That was Ava Napier, and that's going to be really tough.
Now, if I'm Estill County, I'd go right at her.
You darn right. I'd be calling 00's number, give and go, and it's going to be taken away. Napier almost picking up that 4th.
She wasn't scared.
Napier knows one speed, and that's all out. And it's knocked away, and she'll come out of the game as Peyton Turner will get her out of there before she picks up another one.
Yeah, she wasn't the least bit hesitant to stick her nose in there and rip the ball away.
She runs on the floor. I don't think her feet even hit.
No, I was sitting there thinking from the track perspective, I'd like to see her in 100-meter.
She can flat out run. Goes to Gay, and she puts it in there. Give her 3. 25-20 as we get toward the 22nd mark. Cole with the back door, and it's going to be knocked away. Farler with it. Turner looking up the floor. Nobody stops the basketball off. No, it doesn't go. Rebound is going to be ripped away by Farler. It's every girl for themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough road down in there. There's a lot of scrumming going on.
And we've got a timeout, I believe.
I don't know if anybody had possession.
And they're going to give Leslie County a timeout with 0.4 seconds to go. And it's going to be a 30-second, and we'll stay right here. Thank you, David Beckler, Terry Couch, of course, Ryan Farmer, Patsy Smith, Carol Fields. And once again, thank you, Rodney Coots, for that information. He knows that sometimes you got to get help from all avenues. Reese Cottle is a 7th grader. Got to have that mix, and as Jim said earlier, a lot of seniors on these teams, so you got to start mixing them in, and this is early, but the sooner the better to get the experience they need.
There's been such a frenetic pace with this game. It's going to come down to bench play with the fouls and the pace of the play.
Well, right now we have on the floor, we have 5 different players with 2 fouls or more, so somebody on that bench may decide this game. They changed it to 1.8, by the way. I forgot to mention. And Hochsteller is going to be fouled, and nice draw up play by Coach Farmer.
Yeah, very well designed.
Oh,
Hale's 3rd.
That is Hale's 3rd. Hochsteller will shoot 2. It rolls and goes in. And volleyball call her the human pogo stick. She can really get up. Second one is long. Rebound's going to come down and it'll tie up, and that will end the first half, 25-21 Estill County. And when we come back, we'll have the Double Quick halftime show. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy and Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Welcome back to the campus of Leslie County High School. We've got a 25-21 game. Estill County on the lead. Got a little bit of foul trouble as we'll go through who's got fouls here in a minute. And, a lot of things going on in high school basketball. You got the DJ Begley Classic going on over at Pike County Central. A lot of teams trying to get, as I said earlier, trying to get a little bit of what their identity is as a team. And, you try to do that in December. Unluckily, you had a little bit of bad weather already. And most time you don't have bad weather until kind of January. And but I know some teams had already canceled games. And downstate, they had a lot more snow. As I went down that way, you had a lot more snow than I thought they did. And out in the western, south central part of Kentucky as I traveled down there and back. But Leslie County, real quickly on the scoring, 8 points for Peyton Turner, 9 points for Taylor Couch, 3 points for Sam Gay, 1 for Peyton Huckstedler. 11 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second for a total of 21 for Estill County. Evelyn Riddle with 2. Jenna Jackson with 5. Kinley Brown with 3. Callie Snowden with 4 before she picked up her second foul. 2 for Skinner. She picked up 2 fouls, 2 points for Maddie Cole. 5 points for Ava Hale. 2 points for Brenniger. Also for Estill County, Ava Hale with 3 fouls. Leslie County foul trouble, Ava Napier with 3 and Natalie Banks with 2. For scoring for Estill County, they scored 9 in the first, and they scored 16 in the second for a total of 25. Jim, your thoughts?
Well, David, it's been a very, very entertaining game to watch. And we talked about they match up really well with each other. The pressure of Leslie County and the first quarter was very effective against Estill, but in the second quarter, Estill came out, spread the floor, and was able to kind of, handle the pressure, which, gave them some easy buckets as well.
And, you know, I thought the first quarter was played at Leslie County pace.
Yes.
And I felt that in the second quarter it was played at Estill County's pace. So now the war of wheels and the war of all things come to play out in the third quarter, and we'll see which adjustments made at halftime.
I think it's going to be a lot of stamina because, man, early on in the year.
I hope they drunk a lot of water then, and hopefully in the same situation they will drink a lot of Gatorade in there at halftime. But want to just say thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24, and going to have a lot of games on 24 and 25 this year. So anytime you're watching a game, hit that like and share and let everyone know that we are hosting a particular game. If you did not see it on our Facebook page or on our website, and if you do, share that as well. We do appreciate it. When you're going down and looking at Estill County this year, of course, they defeated Berea 48-33 in their first game. Leslie County defeated Ligon Homeschool 76-20. Once again, this is the Wendell Wilson Classic, and if you did not hear from us, Wendell Wilson, and if you were from Leslie County, you definitely know that name. And, of course, his name is on the floor here at the Richard M. Nixon Center. 31 years of coaching, 564 wins, if I did not mention that. 12 district championships, 3 regional championships. And, of course, in 1999, he had a Miss Basketball, Miss Jody Sizemore. He also was a principal, and I forgot exactly what school he was, but it was one of the elementary schools in here. So if Rodney or somebody can let me know who that was, I meant to ask Coach Farmer before the game, and it got away from me. But with 3:30 to go, and big football things going on. There's the ACC and the SEC championships will play out for the Bowl Championship Series, and doesn't look promising for Vanderbilt, probably in Texas in the SEC. Probably doesn't look promising for the Miami Hurricanes. As far as volleyball going on, University of Kentucky was hosting the first rounds of the NCAA tournament, and they defeated Wofford and UCLA, and they'll move on this upcoming weekend, and they'll still be hosting that, which is something that the volleyball NCAA tournament is always held at a local site. It gives a lot of fan interest when they host those tournaments at a given spot. Jim McCauley back with me now. And just talking
scores out of DJ Begley.
Oh, thank you. That's what I was going to next.
Breathitt County lost to Pike Central last night. Martin County all over Perry last night. Johnson Central over, I think it was one of the Christian schools. Today you've got Martin and Oneida. Trying to think of the other games that are over there today.
Yeah, as I was coming in, I was listening to Martin County and Oneida Baptist, and Martin County had already made 8 3-pointers in the first.
I'm telling you what, that's a team that you can go get your popcorn and watch. You never know what's going to happen, but now Martin County really
when they're hitting those threes, they're really tough. And evidently, I did not get to see the game because I was watching. Well, I was somewhere, but. Martin County, when they're hitting those threes, are really tough, and they get up and down the floor, and I'll have to go back and watch the Martin County Perry Central.
You know, Perry, first quarter was pretty right with them. I think they actually led by 1 after the first, and then Martin County just goes on a tire, and they've got so many athletes with the addition of Keithley over there.
Dials.
You know, Dials can just shoot it from anywhere. You got Maynard, who can really.
You can't talk about Martin County sports of any kind without talking about Devin Maynard, and you know he's beat up and banged up on the football field, and he came straight in and gave it a lot to basketball. All right, let's see. What are you thinking here? What's going to transpire? Any differences?
I'm sure that the paint has been peeled in the Leslie County locker room. So I would imagine the intensity is going to be a little higher. But now one thing Leslie County needs to do, they've missed a lot of easy shots at the go, but they're being very, they're not as selective on their shooting as Estill County has been.
And that might be by design. You know, the first shot that you can get it up, let's speed up Estill County a little bit and get it going.
You know, in Estill County, I expect to see Estill County to continue to slow the pace down. But they're playing quicker today than I saw them the last couple of years play. And, you know, he's got a lot of good athletes out there.
And all the starters will be returning. And, you know, like I said, a little bit of foul trouble on both sides of the bench. And we'll see if any kind of defensive schemes change because of that foul trouble. And it looks like Estill County is going to come out in a 1-3-1, and we're ready to start the second half. Thank you for joining us here on the Bank of Hyman presentation. Backdoor to Wilson. It's going to go out of bounds. Leslie County will keep it.
And you see, you know, that's obviously something that they talked about at halftime. They went straight out, went to like a little bit of a high-low set.
It's going to be kicked out to Napier. She's wide open, pump fakes, and then Hale had her hand in the passing lane. You know, usually out of the 1-3-1, you come with a two-guard front, and then you try to rotate people through. And you saw that just then with Coach Farmer's team, recognizing the 1-3-1 goes into the middle, kick out the Couch for the wide-open three. Got it. Give Couch 12. First girl in double figures tonight.
Yeah, her impact.
Snowden goes right down the middle and puts it in.
You know, we saw that from Snowden a lot last year, that straight line drive, and she comes down and deflects it almost at the turnover.
So off to a good start for both clubs right here. Offensively, Napier is going to be fouled, and that's going to be Cole putting her hand into the cookie jar. Thank you, Brooklyn Campbell. It was Beach Fork Elementary.
I missed something, obviously, because I've never heard of Beach Fork Elementary.
That's where Coach Wendell Wilson was the principal. Right there, I've been to Beach Fork, played softball once upon a time. Napier misses the first of two. Unbelievably, Miss Napier has not scored.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
And that foul was called on Ava Hale, and that's going to be her fourth foul. Napier misses the second one. Wilson goes up. It's blocked. Throws it back in to Ava Napier, and she goes up. It's blocked. And a little bit of overguarding as Wilson will pick up her third that quickly. So, no, it's her second. I'm sorry. Hale will take the basketball after her counterpart picked up their third and fourth foul.
Boy, nobody's going to catch her.
Nope, and she's going to put it in for her first 2 points on the night.
So quick when she gets the ball in her hands.
27-26. Left hand this time and puts it in, and she's fouled.
Boys, you know, Snowden missed 3 or 4 bunnies in the first half early on in the game, and, you know, I'm sure that she was beating herself up on that, but she came out and made 2 nice drives to open the second half for the Estill County Engineers.
And nobody steps up and stops the basketball. She went right-handed one time, left-handed the other time. Free throw is good. So Snowden, 5 points here in the third quarter. Wilson wide open three. Shot. Skinner with the rebound. Takes a deep breath, gets it back. Snowden not looking at the basketball, looking for instructions. Turner pulls up with a 12-footer. It's long. Ava Napier with the rebound. Wilson spins. She's got to get out of the lane. Goes up, and Turner puts it in.
Shot. Turner's having a great game.
She's in double figures with 10. Racehorse basketball as Snowden comes back. Once again, Estill County got to back it up like they normally do, and they do so. 1-4 high post set.
You know, Snowden just came down, and, you know, once she saw there was no avenue to the basket.
Brown, it's deflected by Turner. Turner up there, 2 against 2. Wilson takes it herself off the board and puts it in.
Leslie County playing with much more energy here in the second half.
And it's a part of that, and as you can see, Coach Farmer meets him after she got after him. Now she's going the other direction.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta, when you rip them down, you gotta pick them back up.
And we'll just stay here with a 30-second timeout. Ties it up at 30 apiece with 5:33 to go in the third. You know, sometimes, as Betty Vaughn used to say a lot on volleyball, sometimes you're a cheerleader, sometimes you're a butt kicker. Sometimes it's and each child is different, as you well know. Some can handle a little bit of criticism where others cannot. Some handle it real well and says, I'm motivated by it.
Yeah, when she sent a message, about 3/4 the way through the second quarter and benched Oliver 5, and obviously it was received well. Now they're out back into the pressure.
And Hale is in the game with those 4 fouls. And it opens right up. She goes straight in and lays it in.
A nice take by Hale, but Leslie County, once you get past the on-ball defense, nobody's helping over in the lane.
Wilson wide open 3. It's good. Wilson with 5 now.
Leslie County, the first time they've had the lead in a long time.
A little bit more offensive taking place here in the third quarter. Brown will set that screen. Everybody's above now. As I say that, Cole goes to the block. Wilson lucky to get away with that knock away. Turner has the avenue. It was knocked away. Ava Napier gets it, puts it in.
Johnny on the spot right there on the block shot to pick it up for the easy 2 for Leslie County.
Once again, this pace is Leslie County's pace.
Yep.
Snowden backs it up. And here they'll widen it out here, and she's got to get rid of it.
5 seconds.
She broke the count right there. And it's going to be off Snowden, and it's going to be turnover. Cole will come out, and Hale will come in. Harper Hale, the 7th grader, will come in for Estill County. Got to give Coach Farmer credit for getting that speeding up. Hornsett here. Napier into the corner. Turner, 18-footer. It's good.
I'm telling you guys, Turner's the real deal out here.
Give her 12. And they go out to a 5-point lead here in the third quarter.
You can tell Leslie County's mindset has changed completely out there.
And Snowden, it's knocked away from her. Snowden's got to be careful there. We're going into that lane if someone comes off for the charge. Nice give and go, and it's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on Wilson, and she's going to pick up 3 quick fouls here in the third quarter. She's got 4 now. That will send Harper Hale. I believe it's Harper. Yes, it's Harper Hale. We'll go to the line.
Wilson's been very active here in the second half and did some good things, but also those fouls are mounting pretty quick.
And Coach Farmer will get Hochstadler into the game. Hochstadler, a freshman for Coach Farmer.
And so far, minus the third quarter, all Leslie County.
And that's going to be missed, and it will be Leslie County basketball.
The thing that has impressed me most about Leslie County is they're a very balanced scoring attack.
And Turner misses it. Rebound's going to come down the bank. She throws it back to Snowden. She's going to be 1 against 2. She's got the angle, goes up off the board and puts it in.
Yeah, nice take by Snowden. And, Couch gets called on the nickel dimer there. And, my philosophy on that is if you're going to foul them, keep them from getting the ball off.
Or just let them go.
Yep.
But that's Taylor Couch is only her first. Callie Snowden, 3 of 3 on the night. And it's going to go long. Rebound's going to come down. Nope. It's going to be an over-the-back call.
Yeah, Hosteller, you know, as you talked about the quick hops right there, she went up and got the ball.
Brown with her second foul. Goes to Banks. Banks kicker to Couch. Don't think they've identified what zone that they're in. Banks long three is going to come down to Brown with a rebound. Got her 2 against 4 here.
Yeah, Brown
goes straight in. And contact, no call. Kicker out to Snowden. I don't think Coach Mahan's wanted a 2-on-4 in that situation.
No, nowhere to go with the ball.
Lucky to get back and get possession of the basketball. Skinner gives it up to Hale. It's deflected, but Skinner gets to it. Left hand misses it. Rebound to Couch. Looking up the floor. Ball's not stopped. She pulls up 15. Rose doesn't go.
Yeah, not a great shot from Couch. She had open players on both wings.
Snowden goes in. It's blocked. Turner's going to go the other direction. We're in a sprint race.
Oh, boy,
now.
I'm telling you.
Turner, Banks, Couch. Woo! Banks. That's going to be long. Rebound's going to come down to Hale.
Boy, it could have easily been 4 fouls right there on Napier. She reached across and got a hold of the ball.
We got a lot of winded girls right now.
I'm winded watching them.
As we're under the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter, Leslie up by 2. Pace is going to slow here. Snowden at the high post, turns, gives it back to Skinner. 3, Hale, good.
You know, Hale, we saw her do that last year several times. Got a nice touch from outside.
Give her double figures with 10.
Estill County regains the lead, 38-37 over Leslie.
Yep, and back and forth affair. Cut her to the corner, going to isolate on the block to Banks. I thought she was going back too, and there goes Napier.
Nice pass.
And Hochstetler puts it in.
And Napier does a great job with the bounce pass right there to the open Hochstetler for the easy 2.
And she could just as easily have shot it, but gave it up in the right position for the score. Snowden left kick to Skinner. Another skill, getting the defense to shift. Harper misses it.
Yeah, makes a great move right there to shake Hochstetler, but a little too much.
Couch, 3. Doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Turner. Bodied up, and Banks misses it. There's Hochstetler.
Well, you weren't kidding. She's got some bounce, Manus.
She's got 5, the freshman. 41-38. We'll see if Estill County holds for the last shot here of the third quarter. Got the 1-4 set. It goes
nice
to Harper.
Pass.
Left hand. It's blocked by you know who.
Yeah,
Hochstetler. I like her shoes, by the way.
They are bright.
6 seconds. Ava Napier, good.
Boy, what a turn of events the last 45 seconds of this quarter.
And just like that, it's a 44-38 game. Leslie County up, and we'll move to the fourth quarter after a short timeout. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to Hometown 24, your local coverage of sports for over 40 years. And we got us a dandy.
Yes, sir.
We got a dandy going on. And Coach Lowe from over Prairie Central's tuning in. She's doing a little scouting. Got the angle, but she pressed upon, and Couch is going to pick up her second foul, and that will send Brown to the line for 2 right off the bat. Thought she did a pretty good job of pinning her down on the baseline with no angle, but got the foul call. First one comes up short.
Yeah, Brown struggled from the free throw line tonight.
Jackson will come in as Harper Hale will go out. 7th grader has played well for Estill County. Second one comes up short as well. Turner with it. You know, looking at Turner, she looks like to me she is not a bit tired.
No.
Napier, floater good.
Boy, Napier really woke up. You said she hadn't scored in the first half. Is that correct, Bruce?
Yeah, didn't score. Now she's got 9 in the second half.
Yeah, really turned it on.
And Turner trying to keep Snowden out of the lane, and that's harder than you might want to think about.
Well, you know, they're really spreading out the defense here, just looking for an avenue.
And I'm sure Coach Farmer is kind of okay with him running a little bit of clock with an 8-point lead. Try to go backdoor. It's knocked away, and Couch is going to rescue it going down the left-hand side. Three-pointer. It was blocked from behind. Didn't see who blocked it. Snowden's going to go all the way, and she's going to back it out. Goes right back in, does the old good John Stockton.
Yeah, exactly. That was a good call, Manus. But, you know, once again, Leslie County just kind of caught napping in there and not cutting off the drive. Yes.
And, you know, once she circled back out, they relaxed, and then she did the old John Stockton, you know, the Utah Jazz move. Good backdoor. Wilson puts it in.
Great pass.
Give her 7. Peyton Hochsteller with a nice pass.
Yeah, she's definitely had a great game.
She may be earning a little bit more playing time for Coach Farmer. Snowden down the lane, and we've got a foul call. Let's see if it was on the floor. And it was on the floor. Hochsteller will pick it up, and that's her second foul. Brandy Cottle tuning in. Brandy, no bingo card tonight.
Nice look.
Skinner, missed it.
Well, she was so excited that she was that open. She about threw it over the goal.
Lexi Wilson throws it out to Turner. It doesn't go. Guess
Great
who?
rebound by Hochsteller. Wow.
Oh, my. Number 4, and that's foul is going to be on Brown. That's going to be her 3rd.
You know, after such a lethargic first half from Leslie County, they've really woke up. Yes, they have.
And we've got a full timeout, and we'll take a 30-second timeout on Hometown 24.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. Are you ready to give the gift of connection this Christmas? The kind that keeps you close no matter the distance? Well, at Appalachian Wireless, it's time to tech the halls, and we're slaying some amazing deals. Do you want a phone, tablet, and a smartwatch? Well, who doesn't? The good news is we've got a promotion just for that. So what are you waiting for? These incredible deals are only as good as supplies last. So visit us in one of our many retail or authorized dealer locations, or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Richard M. Nixon.
Yeah, been a fun one tonight, Manus. Really, you know, the more different teams we get to see, you kind of see where everybody stacks up with everybody. And, you know, both these teams very capable of playing deep into the tournaments from what I've seen tonight.
Yeah, and, you know, you got December comes, you got the WYMT, which will allow other teams to play teams from outside the region and girls and boys basketball. So, therefore, you start putting on the pecking list of where you need to be. Hochsteller puts it in.
Wow.
I think we may have a star in the making here.
Yeah, she is really, I mean, she's so quick up off the ball, and I guess that's that volleyball.
And, you know, once you get skills in one sport, helps the other sport, and that's going to be a miss by Hale. And it's going to go off Hochsteller and out of bounds. But when you have winning and you have in any program, it goes over to the other programs.
Well, you know, you're exactly right. And when you learn to win, that's half the battle.
No one's coming to the ball finally. Hale's got it. Nobody stops her. Floater doesn't go. Inside position by Skinner, but Napier went over and knocked it to herself. A lot of Lady Eagles behind, and Turner puts it in. Give Turner 14. And the biggest lead, 52-40, Leslie County.
Yeah, and this is, it's tough. Estill County is not a quick strike team. It's difficult to overcome a 12-point deficit.
Turner knocks it away from Brenniger. 5:24. Estill County needs a bucket right here. Kick out goes out to Skinner. Back to Harper, wide open in the 3 side. Misses it.
Nice
Skinner.
follow by Skinner, but
she's got fouled. Got bodied up on the shot going up.
Estill County's missing that one more scorer, Manus. That one more person that can help take the pressure off Snowden.
That Skinner's got to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
Skinner does. And she puts the first of 2 in. Gives her 3 on the night. That foul was caught on Hochstedler. That will be her 3rd. And Skinner makes both. Yeah, and Estill County doesn't press a whole lot. And I don't know if you could
what a move right
knocked
there.
Knocked away
Napier.
that time by Brenniger. Nice hands.
Yeah, that was an outstanding crossover from Napier.
I was getting ready to say you can't, and they just did it. Gives it back up. Little 2-person game here on this side. Hale goes in and puts it in.
What a nice take by Hale.
Give her 12.
Boy, really used her body right there to screen away the defenders and made a nice layup right there.
See Coach Farmer putting the stop sign up to Napier. Rose to Hochstedler, and it's going to be a foul, and that foul, I believe, was on Jackson. That's going to be her first or maybe her second. That is her second. Hochstedler to the line, where she's 1 of 2 so far on the night. And the first one is no good. Second one, Rattles doesn't go, but once again, Napier, Hochstedler misses it. Turner puts it up, misses it. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up, and it will stay with Leslie County.
And that's what we saw from Leslie County the first 4 minutes of the game. Super, super active on the glass and kind of doing the same thing again.
And, when you play zone, it's hard to have block-out responsibilities. Hochstedler rolls around. And I think we're going to get Wilson over the back.
Is that her 4th or 5th?
I believe that will be her. I thought it was her 5th. That is her 5th, and they'll stop it. I
thought so as well.
I was questioning myself.
Manus, you should never do that. We know when you've got a pencil and paper, my odds are on you, Blair.
Yeah. Oh, don't. You're so kind. So Wilson's done for the night. She's got 7 points. And,
with Wilson and Hochstedler both in there at the same time, it really
Turner goes to the floor that time. It's going to be a wrestle. And we got a foul. And that foul is going to be on Turner. That's Turner's first. And that's team foul number 4, or I think it was team foul number 5, according to me.
They're going to say 5.
So let's see, and of course that will be Brown, who missed 2 just earlier ago.
Got to make
1 of
these,
4.
though.
She's coming up short, so this time she off to the right. Got good form, as David always says. Good form should make them. Going to try to get Snowden in the game. She's coming in for the shooter, I believe. And it comes up short again. Napier with a rebound. Napier looks up. For a second, thought she had Hochstedler. They knew. Oh, it was deflected. Goes to the floor. Taylor Couch. Napier, it's long. Fought for the rebound, and Banks is going to get it and put it in. That's Hochstetler got to it.
Is that Banks' first bucket tonight?
Yes.
And what a big time to come in for the chance at a three-point play with 4:05 left here in the fourth quarter.
Second one on Brenniger as Snowden will come in. 10-point deficit now as Banks will try to extend it to 11. And she does.
Banks, doesn't put a lot of points on the board, but man, every loose ball, she is right after it. She's a real hustler.
And it's going to be a full timeout by Leslie County, and we'll take a 30-second timeout. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome to the 4:05 minute. It's 55-44, Leslie County. We're here at the Coach Wendell Wilson Court on Wendell Wilson Classic Day. All-time favorite of Leslie County High School in Leslie County. Timeout by Coach Farmer to kind of get them all settled down on here a little bit here with the 4:05, and we'll see what transpires here as Hale will throw it in for Estill County. Lexi Wilson has been disqualified with her fifth foul. Here comes the
Leslie
press.
coming out here with this press.
And they're going to foul, and Coach Farmer did not want that. And that's going to be on Turner, and that's going to be her second. And, of course, that will be 2 shots for Snowden.
Yeah, and, I like the idea of the press, but, you don't want to come out here and commit a quick foul and let Estill County have a chance to score with no time coming off the clock.
A lot of times as a coach, when you do that after a timeout, you'll say, and don't foul, and guess what they'll do? They'll foul. Snowden will knock it down.
Snowden's had a good night tonight, Manus.
If it hadn't been for foul trouble, and like I said, she's prone to that, and she's got to be on the floor if they're going to be a good team. And 15 for Snowden. We'll see how patient Leslie County will be.
Nice entry pass by Banks.
And Hochstetler puts it in. Give her 9. And she's on the front of that press, too. Snowden into the lane. Reverses back up and doesn't go. Hochstetler with the rebound. Turner, Napier, Couch, 3.
That's her shot.
No, it doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Napier, back to Banks. Comes up short, goes back, gets a rebound, puts it up, misses it. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will go to Estill County. Pressure again. Snowden's got the angle. And that's going to be a foul on Couch. And that's going to be her third. And Coach Farmer is saying, what are you doing? So Snowden will go back to the line.
Yeah, got a chance to cut this thing back under 10 with plenty of time, 3:15 left.
And, as Coach Mayhans is probably thinking, who am I going to foul? Is Snowden. Got to make those free throws.
Yeah, Estill County really struggled here in the second half from the free throw line. I think they're shooting under 50% here in the second half.
Leaving points off the scoreboard as Snowden will try to make the second. It's long as well. Rebound's going to come down to Skinner. And they're going to call a walk on Skinner. And here comes the pressure for Estill County.
Really hard to press.
Goes right by it, goes up, misses it. And it's going to be a tie-up. And the tie will go to Leslie County.
Yeah, I really like what I've been seeing from Hochstetler. I mean, really a high ceiling for her with the athleticism that she has.
Goes back right in there to her, puts it up, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Hale. A little bit of urgency necessary by Estill County here.
Yeah, see if they can work Hill open for the three right here.
And they're going to spread it out. Let's see how much Coach Farmer, and it's going to be knocked away by Turner. Gives it back to Turner from Couch. Couch, one added pass to Napier. Three doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Banks.
Well, Banks has had a slew of those tonight.
If you don't box those girls out, they're going to get it. And Napier knocked away. It goes to the floor, but it comes loose. Banks misses it. Hochstetler gets it, and she is fouled.
Yeah, Hochstetler's had a great impact on this game. Played very minimal in the first half, but the second half really put up some nice numbers.
And I think that's going to be 5, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was 4. I had her with, maybe the foul was not on her. Hochstetler will put the first of 2 in. Gives her 10 points on the night. Second one is off. Skinner will get it. And they'll look to push it up. Horn set with Snowden, and she'll kick it for the wide open 3, and she will hit it that time by Jackson.
And steals the ball away.
And then fouled, and she'll go to the line. So this could potentially be a 5-point play within 3 or 4 seconds. And Banks is going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be her 3rd. And right to the line will be Jackson, where she's 1 of 2 so far on the afternoon.
Yeah, big 3-pointer from Jackson.
Comes up short. Once again, the struggles continue at the free throw line. Second one is good, and they can set the press up. Napier will go through, and
that's 5 on Hale, isn't it?
Yep, that will be 5 on Hale, and she'll end the night with 12 points for Estill County, and Harper Hale will come in for her. Ava Napier will go to the line. She is 0 for 2 so far on the night. Coach Farmer says get out of the lane, and that's a good coaching point. Don't want any fouls over the back as she makes the first. Ava shot 69% from the free throw line last year. And they're going to get her from over and going across too soon. And that one would be wiped out. She had made it. She thought she was missing it and went in there too soon. 3 ball once again. It's going to be long. And there goes Banks.
Man, she is absolute.
And she threw it out to Hochstetler, to Turner, to Couch. Good.
Nice job. And, Banks won't be in the scorebooks, but, she has did so many little things tonight to help this Leicester County Eagle team.
One of those role players for Coach Farmer that's going to play a big part in their success this year. 14. And that foul was on Hochstetler, and that's going to be her 4th. No, wait a minute. That was on Ava Napier as 4th. I thought it said 13. Once again, not what Coach Farmer's wanting them to do.
No, Estill County still hanging around.
Got to make maybe 1 or 2 threes, get a little turnovers going here, and Skinner will make her 4th in this 4th quarter. Couch.
Yeah,
Turner, there's Hochstetler wide open, puts it in.
Boy, Hochstetler, what a second half.
Hochstetler with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points in the second half. Got to go quickly up, down 11. And there is, guess who?
Hochstetler.
Couch to Turner, and I think they'll put it in the freezer. Turner going to dribble with Napier, and there's going to be the foul by Skinner. And that's going to be her third, and that will send Ava Napier back to the line. First one up is long. Second one comes up short. Still a little bit of time. They got to push it up.
Yeah, you got to get a quick shot right here for sure.
And she changed pivot feet, and that's going to be.
Yeah, that's probably going to do it right there.
Yep.
33
Brown,
seconds left in the game.
Brown trying to get it, picked her dribble up and switch pivot feet. Napier with the basketball. She'll bring it back out, and they'll run the clock.
Yeah, they're not looking like they're not going to foul.
And now they're going to, but the handoff to Turner, and Snowden's going to go ahead and foul her. That's her third, and that will send Peyton Turner to the line where she is 2 for 2 with her 14 points. Excellent game, rebounding all the way around tonight. First one is good. Not sure about our game Monday. I was going to look a minute ago.
Well, we're supposed to be at Breathitt.
Okay,
I think but I can't remember. Let me see if I don't think I've got it wrote down in here. No.
65-52. Just be looking at our schedule on Facebook. We'll let you know where we're going. Block shot by guess who? Hochstadler.
Yeah, boy, she has had one heck of a second half.
65-52, and I believe that will pretty much do it.
See if Estill County is content to. Now they're still applying pressure.
And they're going to foul. And that foul is going to be on Jenna Jackson. That's going to be her third. And Napier will go right back to the line. And, you know, she's going to be in those spots a lot this year, and she's got to knock those down.
Right. And you're a primary ball handler. You want to be able to ice the game at the end. You've got to be able to go out there and knock down free throws.
Does. That's going to be the biggest lead of the night, 66-52. A very competitive game. The score won't be indicative of what it's been. And Napier makes another one. Brown will give it to Snowden. Snowden will wheel, and it will be knocked out of bounds with 1.4 seconds to go. And our Alice Lloyd College player of the game will be Miss number 3, Peyton Turner.
Turner very consistent all game long.
And that will end it. And it will be 67, Leslie County, 52, Estill County. And Jim, Leslie County pushed it out and was able to pick up a big victory against the 56th district foe, Estill County.
Yeah, very good Estill County team, and I think Leslie County really, they've put the region on notice this year. They've got the athleticism and the depth on their team, probably more so than most of the teams we've seen. They played, I think they played 11 players tonight, and at a high level, first half was a little slow for Leslie, but second half they really started knocking down some shots, and very impressed with this Leslie Eagle team.
You know, and I think Coach Farmer's learned something about some of her players to this evening, and big win for her and her program. Of course, with Coach Mahans, with a lot that he will do, and this is one of the teams you do not want to face, Estill County, because once again, if they didn't handle the ball as well as they normally do, but I can tell you right now, in the situation, they will get better with it as the year goes along.
Oh, yes, and did a lot of things good tonight, and this Estill County team, I think, is definitely going to be a top 5 or 6 team in the region.
And this was the 17th meeting between these two teams, and Leslie County has won 15 of those 17 games, and I think that was the Wendell Wilson trophy going to for Estill County will be number 24 Ava Hale, who had 12 points, and Leslie County it will be 13, and well deserved. Peyton Hochstadler, the freshman, picks up the trophy. So a big-time thing for her.
Well, her ceiling is extremely high, just a freshman, but in the second half ended up not only was she in double figure scoring, I think, but probably 8 or 9 rebounds.
I don't know about.
blocks.
I don't keep deflections, but I think she deflected
just
a lot.
a very, very active role in the second half for the Leslie County Lady Eagles.
So that being said, and everything, once again, look for our schedule on Monday night. Thank you to the Hometown 24 crew. Thank you to Mr. Mark Collett, the principal, and I guess still the AD here at Leslie County.
God bless him.
It's a lot of energy, and he's got it. He's a big catch for the people of Leslie County. And this was the Wendell Wilson Classic and a big-time win for the Leslie County Lady Eagles and Coach Farmer. So that being said, Hometown 24 crew, Greg and Stephen, nice job. And we're going to head back in our different directions, and I hope everybody is safe as well. So with that being said, God bless you all, and we'll see you on the road somewhere. Good night.